Hello everybody, Papa Blue Shirt. Today is a special day. After 5 or 6 days of solid flooding and I messed up everything. Haven't been able to ride for a while because fixing all the damage, flooding in our house and getting our floors back together and everything like that. But I finally got the parts in, and as you see in the other video, I fixed my Philodo Forester, and had a problem. It wasn't going into all-wheel drive. It would show on the thing, but it wasn't actually going into it. So they sent me a new controller. I put that in, and it's worked fine. I put probably a couple hundred miles on it now, so 150 miles, I think. So, but let's take a look. 1969. That's what the bike looks like. And we're gonna go and do our 2,000-mile ride. It was really nice. I had the Hanover to ride in between because I didn't have any other bike to ride. Because my H8, I need a controller on it too, which is expected because it's got over 15,000 miles on it. But I got that in this week, so I'll be putting that in here shortly. But I really like riding in the Forester. The Hanover is really good for going through the woods and on trails and stuff like that because I can actually touch the ground and I can stand over. But this one, I like to ride this one on the highway. Let's get going here. Yeah, one thing I noticed when I put this bigger chain ring on here, it takes longer for it to kick in, so you really got to plan for it. Otherwise, you won't have no juice. Feels a little bit cool today after riding in some warmer days, but it's about 70 out, I think. But we're gonna go on our ride here, and we're gonna get this thing over 2,000 miles. Got my driveway fixed halfway decent again. I'm actually gonna be doing some more work, get some excavating done and get some different kind of gravel brought in for parts of the driveway. So hopefully that'll work. See, our corn's growing really good. Boy, it's just like it grows a foot overnight almost. Yeah, I have kind of an idea where I want to go today, but all depends on how windy it is out here. It does seem a little windy. Yeah, it's pretty windy out here. So it looks like we do it again, I guess. Oh yeah, boy, that flooding was really bad. I was ready to move. And that's the classic reason why you don't want to make decisions when you're in the valley. The first day I was able to keep the water out of the house. The second day started having a little bit of problems. But then the third day it was all over. I lost the battle. And doing all that work and not having no sleep, boy, really mess with you. Yeah, maybe that's why Congress always messes up everything. I don't know. Have those all-night sessions and they just, give up. I have to watch, I rode the Hanover for a while, and a Hanover I can actually stand over, but I can't stand over this, so I gotta keep reminding myself if I'm gonna stop, I need to get off. Once I ride this for a while, it becomes second nature, but tried when I was on the Hanover to try to keep the same, getting off every time, but it was nice to be able to touch the ground. You sit on the seat and touch the ground. That was nice. That makes me mad. This stupid camera keeps going off on me. I like to ride these back areas because it's usually pretty nice back here. Sometimes you meet a tractor or something and it's not fun, but there's not a whole lot of cars back here. This is back where we get our vegetables from the Amish. Yeah, last year my bridge that goes across the creek to my garden was looking a little shaky. So I thought, well, I'm not going to put in a garden this year because my luck, the bridge will get washed away and then I'll have all my stuff over there. And sure enough, that's what happened. when we had the 6 days of rain, I went over there and my bridge was nowhere to be found. Doing that kind of work is a little hard for me with my back issues, so we decided that we'll just buy my vegetables from the Amish. They're usually really reasonable, and they seem to grow them a lot better than I do. I mean, they grow really huge peppers, just big old giant ones. Well, we'll see how this audio works out. I hope it's good now. Yeah, we're gonna have a 12-inch drain put beside our house, and we're gonna run that drain all the way to the creek. You know, the way it's set up now, if you get a normal, rain, it does fine, but when you get those rains that, you're looking to crawl underneath the end table because you think the house is gonna fall in or something, those are the ones we start having problems with. Yeah, we were on the verge of moving. We had made that decision. We can't do this no more. We're getting too old for this. So, I mean, we weren't just thinking about it. We actually emptied out our garage and we decluttered and rid of all kinds of stuff. We had this, we've been here for 12 or 13 years and had this thing, if we haven't used it since we've been here, we don't need it. So we got rid of everything. I mean, we got rid of furniture. We had a couch and a love seat. That was like 39 years ago we bought it. It still looked like new yet, but we just didn't want to have to move everything to our new house. So we got rid of that, and we got rid of our bed. We had our bed for probably the same amount of time. And that's one thing that we did actually use that we got rid of. But it was a king size, and king size beds are so hard to move. The box springs are easy, but the top part is just really hard for old people like us. But we got it out, we threw it in the dumpster. Yeah, we even had 2 dumpster loads. I mean, we were moving. So as we were fixing things up and getting things cleaned back up again so we could sell the house, we took the carpet out and put tile floors in and things like that. And anyways, as we fixed it up, and we looked and we couldn't find nothing. And I'm really high on privacy. I love my privacy. You can't get much more private than we are. We're like 1/3 of a mile off the road, all downhill into some valleys. Everything we looked for, was 50 feet off the road or something. One house we thought, this would work. The more we looked into it, there was a train track in the backyard. And where we're at right now, we're probably 2 or 3 miles from a train where we're at now. And you can still hear them in the night. So we thought, well, that's a no-go. But the more we fixed up our house, the more we realized that, we got what we want. So I told my wife, I said, it helps me when we're trying to sell that if we're not able to, we can just stay here. And she looked at me and said, you don't want to sell, do you? I said, no, not really. She thinks I told her that for that reason, but that wasn't my reason. I was just trying to get things, straight in my mind. Because, if you're a person of privacy, it takes a lot out of you, people going in and out of your house all the time and opening up your house to the world, But we all sat there and came to the conclusion, let's just stay where we're at. If we fix the issues, there's no reason to leave. So that's what we're going to try to do. I got a lady back there who, whenever she's out there, she'll wave really hard at me. Has her grandkids out there, and all the little kids will wave. So I honked the horn for them. She just seemed like a nice lady. And for some reason, I like people who are nice. Ow! Just got hit by a horsefly or something. Yeah, our neighbor told us a while back during COVID, he
said you'd probably be able to get $500,000 for your house. And I thought, well, yeah, but you got to buy something else, so it doesn't really help that you make a lot or that you get a lot. And I know there's probably some in certain parts of the country that say $500,000, that's a bargain. You get 40 acres and $500,000 for $500,000. But it all depends on what part of the country you're from. Yeah, I saw on the internet where in some areas of Pennsylvania, the Amish are using e-bikes. They actually have e-bike stores, which I thought was kind of funny. But as many of you know, this is my third Philodo. The H8 was my first one, and I got about 15,000 miles on it. I think it's over 15. But my Jumbo's got almost 19,000 miles on it. And of course, this is the baby. It's only got 2,000. But you got to start somewhere. I'm going to try not to go overboard this year. Last year with my back problems, it set me so far behind. And I tried to catch up, and I was riding 140, 150 miles a day. I'd ride in the morning, 75 miles or so, 80 miles, and then I'd ride the rest in the afternoon, and have to take a shower in between. Yeah, how did that come about? My wife, she said, it's too hot to be riding in the afternoon anymore, so you need to change your ride in the morning. And so I said, okay. Because happy wife, happy life, right? And so I did that, but the problem is I didn't stop in the afternoon. I just kept riding because I was so much in the habit of doing it. So I just kept on, and so I'd ride the rest in the afternoon. So yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on my miles here because I don't want to miss it like I did at 1,000. Wasn't paying attention, and
surprised a dog like that could catch a deer. Could have been roadkill or something, maybe. Huh. Take it in the woods and eat it.
I'm sure he found the deer. He brought that deer home, boy. Look at Daddy, look what I got. What'd you do with that, Bruno? I don't know why whenever I record it's always so windy. Of course, it seems like it's windy almost every day I ride. Woo. Well, just turned over 99, so well, there's the 99. 1,099. So there we go, 2,000 miles. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh.
There's our total, 2005. A little bit less than usual, but it was so windy out today. Hopefully this audio is halfway decent so I can use it. But yeah, so 2,000 miles. Seems like it takes forever when you're trying to build up your miles again. But hopefully this bike will hold together for me. Alrighty, well, thanks for riding with me today. That's my eco trick in the background. I got over 10,000 miles on that. I can't believe I put 10,000 miles on that 36 volt eco trick. At the end of the batteries, they were getting old, and I could only do like 8 miles, I think it was, or 6 miles, and it was hardly worth getting dressed for. So my wife felt sorry for me, and she bought me the H8. So That was about 29, 39, almost 31,000 miles ago. So yeah, it's been a while. 'Cause I'm getting close to 50,000 miles. And I got 1,000 on, the handlebar, so yeah, I'm getting up there. Getting up there. Anyways, well, thanks for riding with me today on my 2,000-mile ride on my Philodo Forester. I'll leave a link down below. If I have any coupon codes, I'll leave them down below for you. And you can check out my other videos. I did some modifications on these. I have a playlist on the Philodo Forester as I do on the other ones, and you can look through that and find all the different mods I did on this to make it so it was mine. I put a bigger chain ring on it, shorter cranks, and of course the extra battery, and a freewheel. So all those modifications are in my playlist, so you can take a look at them. So you can do the same to yours if you want. Alrighty, this is Papa Busher. Thanks for riding with me today. Goodbye, good luck. May the good Lord take a liking to you.
Goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you, liking to you, liking to you, liking to you, liking to you.